Tell me about the death and rebirth card. Okay, so there's like this energy of 8 of Cups upside down, and energy of stagnation showing up. An energy of stagnation showing up, Scorpio. So perhaps the divine is letting you know it's time to remove the clutter. It's time to declutter, remove the clutter. And many of you will know what that means if it resonates. Moving on. Perhaps removing the clutter has to do with you proceeding forward. And until you remove the clutter, there may be some energy of stagnation. And the clutter could really be anything. Perhaps there's some, just a few things that you may still be attached to. And for some of you, it may be a way of thinking. And perhaps the divine is saying that you are removing the clutter. You are removing the clutter. Perhaps the divine is saying that was like some of the last remnants, some of the last things that you needed to do before you close up shop completely from the old cycle and really delve into the new cycle. So I'm getting this energy that you've either removed or you are removing. Yeah, this is an energy of removing. You're removing the clutter in order for you to move forward, because there are some things, this Cups energy is showing up. There's some things showing up in your energy regarding transforming and the importance of releasing and letting go. And specifically, this is about removing clutter. And for whatever reason, that there was some energy about third encounters of the what I heard, third encounters of the third kind regarding this transformative process. Perhaps some of you have received signs, and perhaps this encounter was your sign of going into a new cycle and or releasing an old cycle. You've seen some signs. It may not have been like, ET per se that you saw. You received some signs, okay? There were some signs that you received for many of you. Perhaps the movie E.T. is significant. Perhaps there's information in there that will steer you in this energy of, your transformative work. I'm really hearing that, this decluttering energy, releasing what no longer serves you mentally, physically, spiritually, is very significant. And you know this, okay? You know this, Scorpios, death and rebirth. You know about letting go. Now, what you may not know is you may not be aware of the deep things within. Okay, some of you may just be getting in touch with some of those deep energies. Okay, this one came out. New beginnings. Yeah, it's necessary to release in order to receive. This was a very interesting read. Let me see about this 8 of Cups. Tell me about this 8 of Cups. This energy of releasing. Yeah, look at this. This is about this new cycle. The World card showing up. And this Page of Swords is giving an energy of delay. Release the clutter in order for you to progress smoothly into the new cycle. In order for you to walk into this new cycle. You're walking into a new cycle. I'm hearing release the clutter. And this clutter This Page of Swords is an indication of this mental clutter. Many of you, it's some things, some feelings that you may have about, people, places, and things. And the divine is saying to release that. And look at what this World card says. What I've been working for is already done. Okay, so you've been working towards something. You've been working towards this new cycle. And part of what you get to do is release some things in order for you to move forward. Okay, release some things in order for you to understand that this is a necessary part of it. Okay, Scorpios, so releasing, this energy of releasing, and also I'm getting the energy of pausing, perhaps meditating, perhaps really taking some time to really consider what it is that you need to declutter from. Because for many of you, again, take it as it resonates. You're the one that's going to determine what it is that you need to declutter from. And I'm getting a sense that for many, it really has to do with, like, your way of thinking. This Page of Swords showing up. If it's your way of thinking, and perhaps the way in which you communicate things. Scorpios, sometimes, we could be just a little too brutally honest. So perhaps that's something that the divine is saying to pay close attention to. Declutter those things. And part of what you get to do to declutter is to listen. Okay, take time, meditate, and listen to the lessons, because you're moving into a new cycle. You've learned how to listen to the divine. We already know that because you have the Hermit card showing up, which means you're constantly doing your spiritual work. You know how to go into this hermit mode to get the information that you need, and many of you have received this information. And so you get to spend some time, perhaps in meditation and introspection, journaling, in order for you to figure out what it is that you get to declutter from, because that energy is really strongly tied to this new cycle that you're entering in. Anything else about this reading? Time to declutter. Declutter, declutter, declutter. Declutter. Okay. Declutter because you're about to take action. There's some things that are taking off for you in this new cycle, and it's like the energies are moving very quickly. So the decluttering also is related to how fast you manifest. Okay, yeah. This is related to how fast you manifest, how fast you proceed into this new cycle of elevation. And this is coming out again. The divine is really trying to speak to you in many different ways, Scorpios. And you get to come into this new cycle like this fearless, this really bold person. Right? Because there's some work that until they're done, it's challenging to move into a cycle in which you're elevated, a cycle in which your knowledge is close to that of outer worldly beings. And again, I got a couple different planets from these cards that came out earlier. I got Uranus energy. I got Venus energy, and I believe I also had, if I'm not mistaken, I may have had Pluto energy too. Yeah, Saturn, I believe it was. It was Saturn, Uranus, and Venus. Something significant about those planets. Perhaps, you strongly vibrate. Perhaps there actually may be some beings of those influences that are connecting with you at this time. In any case, the energy of the Magician is coming up. So we know that this has to do with your manifestation and manifesting what you will in this new cycle that you are entering. So it's time to declutter. Yeah, some of you need to, well, or you get to, some of you get to release this energy of feeling trapped in your own mind. This energy of feeling like you feel depleted, or you don't have enough, or you're unstable. Like those are, you know, yeah, you get to release those in order to look at that, the Magician again, in order to manifest. That's the word. Release the clutter. And there's something significant about, again, the ET energy and manifesting and your period of transformation. So that's something that you get to figure out during meditation. And if that's something that resonates with you, that's something that you get to do more work on. Okay, more information regarding this reading. Okay, so we see Nana Baluku, she rests to create. Again, there's this energy of resting, this energy of perhaps being in meditative state, being in the position of, you know, taking, you know, silent, being in a silent energy. Okay, so Nana Baluku, she rests to create. She's saying, you have more than enough energy to bring the sacred visions held within your heart to life. An increase of energy and peacefulness is indicated. You're guided to choose high energy people, places, and purposes. There's that energy of decluttering. High energy does not necessarily mean that which is highly stimulating, but rather that which regenerates you through peacefulness and joy. Give generously to yourself to be able to give generously to others. You have unusual ideas or ways of being that suit you but may not suit others. Work with what works best for you without trying to force yourself to conform. This approach brings well-being and creative success. So I'm getting that you may need to release something, some way of being, some way of thinking from your energy. Okay, this is a time in which you get to really give to yourself, because you're entering a cycle that requires that. And with this type of energy, the divine is saying you'll be able to manifest success and abundance a lot more easily if you're able to declutter, release what is not serving your highest good, and give to yourself, because this new cycle, and for many of you, you already know how to do that. This energy of giving to yourself. Okay, so continue to do that, because the divine is saying what you've been working on, what you've been working for, is already done. And that is the word of the divine. If this message resonates, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, love, peace, and divine light.